welcome to Rock or Not. Today we're talking about System of the Down. I smack my bitch right here in Hollywood. Woo! We got the top 10 songs, and I think in terms of catchiness, we're going to see what you think in a second. Now, when we talk rock or not, we're talking the music matrix. We go up by energy. We look at the energy level out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Does it go up to 11? Spinal Tap reference. And then we come over and we say, okay, it's metal, but if it gets catchy enough, depending on how catchy it gets, it might also become rock. Because when metal gets catchy enough, it just gets called rock. Punk gets catchy enough, it just gets called rock. But you say, well, punk rock. Well, then you add the word friggin'. Is Aussie rock or metal? Is Black Sabbath rock or metal? Nothing for my woman because I won't die. Both. Answers both. Friggin' jabroni. You hit that. You get to hit the bicep. Anyways, so we're going to talk. But what do people mean? They don't just mean, is it rock, is it metal, yada, yada, yada. Because if you look at the whole catalog for a lot of bands, it changes versus if you look, okay, where's the average energy, the average catchiness for the catalog, it's one place. If you look at where it is for just the top 10 songs, different place. Top 3, usually a lot lower energy, usually a lot pompier, right? So let's look at these different things. We have 2 to 3 little charts that are going to explain for you if it's rock or not, or catchy, and then for other people if they're going to say it's rock or not, or everyone's pretty much going to agree. So this chart is now the predictability versus catchiness chart, and you're going to be like, wait, does this mean having a medium level of predictability means that my song is guaranteed to be a hit? No, but if your song is completely incoherent like the Mars Volta, or it is completely corny like Joe Bonamassa, then it's never going to reach hit. It will stay in dud zone. But if you're in the quirky range or the formulaic range, and you're too quirky and you're too formulaic, you also will usually end up as a deep cut or a dud, but you might end up as a hit. Very rare, but it might happen. Very rare. A lot of people say very rare. Beautiful people, the beautiful people. Hey, yo, how do baby? It's something beautiful, something free. Beautiful people. Down. Hey, yo, how do you mean? Anyways, smack my bitch right here in Hollywood. Boom. Prison Song. By the way, I'm going to give you a spoiler alert. Where did I rank Prison Song? Anyways, Prison Song, ironically, gets a 9/11. Wait, no. Where did I write this wrong? Oh, 9/11. 9/11. I didn't mean to do that. I was just separately going how catchy and how energetic. Gives you a little spoiler. It's really catchy and really energetic. Now, just because you're in the sweet spot here, well, welcome to the jungle is right at the sweet spot. Zany, but still a hit is Bohemian Rhapsody. Mama, ooh. Formulaic, but still a hit is Back in Black. So you can see it's kind of like the average. If there's something that's really zany and there's something that's really formulaic, it kind of can average out to being in the money zone. But sometimes you have something that's awful and corny and awful and incoherent, and you put them together, and though it's in the sweet spot, it still is a total dud piece of garbage on the catchiness index, right? So that's where you get this. Now we look at the consistency of a catalog. Some people say, is this band good? Is this band rock? Is it bad? Yada, yada, yada. Is it rock? Is it pop? Is it metal? Is it punk? Is it indie? Is it this? A little bit of that. A little bit of this. A little bit of that. Smack my bitch up. Smack my bitch up right here in Hollywood. Oh, breaker 19. Shaking what you're saying. Music is ready. I know. That's a freaking Limp Bizkit song. Anyways, I gotta keep it going, keep moving, keep it grooving. You guys have ADHD. Anyways, no, I'm just like, I gotta keep the energy up. Who's doing this? I gotta keep talking. Come on. I don't want to be here all day. I'm filming multiple videos. I want to go to the gym, but I'm not gonna go to the gym. I had a lot of coffee for this because I love you party people. Because there's an excitement doing these. This is like the 5th one I've done of all time. I'm gonna try and do 365. Woo, there you go. See, I'm talking fast. I'm trying to work on the like, so see if I can enunciate all of the balls. That's sketch. But if you do Jeff Goldblum, Jeff Goldblum, Jeff Goldblum. Anyways, System of a Down, where do they go? David Bowie is a great example. He has a lot of hit songs, but so much more garbage that less than half of his catalog is decent. Weezer and Queen have either garbage or they have hits. They have very few stuff that's B-side quality and or deep cut quality. Versus Motorhead, Slayer, and Frank Zappa have like no hits and also no duds. It's almost entirely good B-sides and or deep cuts and or okay B-sides and or deep cuts. Then you look at someone like the Beatles and Metallica, and it's almost all hits and B-sides. There's like no duds. Same with Rage Against the Machine. They just didn't release any extra albums if they sucked. Like either a song is just like medium in terms of catchiness, or it's really good. I think I might kill a man. Now where does Sod's catalog, the Sodalog, the epic Sod cinematic universe, the Darren Malekin, oh my god, Darren Malekin Homecoming, Serge Tankian, Rise of Serge Tankian, oh my god, Batman v Serge Tankian, oh my god, Snag my bitch right here in Hollywood. That's what you look like right now. Jeez, guys, shoulder. Shoulder's really tight. My back's tight. I'm standing all my weight on my left foot. I need to work on that. I squat pretty good yesterday. I had a good squat session, belt squat. Don't worry about it. Then I stiffed like a deadlift, like 2 plates, and I was like, whoa, my back gave out early. I'm like, not even my hammies and my glutes. I was like, what? Anyways, you don't care. Now, that's mean of you, by the way, not caring. But I got to say, Sod has a classic catalog. You might not like the energy level for you if you're a friggin' pencil neck daffodil, but you do. And so Sod looks like that. See that? Like the Beatles, like Metallica. They are mostly amazing, but you're seeing a hint here. Wait, what about their talents, right? So when bands are lopsided, when they're really good at something like their musicianship, their musicians are really technically good, but they can't write songs for shit and they suck, and or they have no branding, no vibe, no nothing like that, no aura, as the kids would say. Well, then a band is very controversial because people who only give a shit about aura, like girls who like Typo Negative, don't care that the songs aren't good. Just kidding. No, doom metal. That's doom metal. The musicians are decent and the riffs are good. Well, it depends. Doom metal has a lot of variety to it. So I love Witchfinder General, where the mixing is the limiting factor, and the fact that they only have like 3 days to record all of their albums, right? I think they have better songs and better riffs and better tones and better merch and better aesthetic and better pretty much everything than Black Sabbath, but the mixing is not good on those records. And they couldn't get good takes on the vocals. If a band does not spend time getting a really good take on the vocal, it doesn't matter how good the song is, it's going to ruin the song. Now, let's see System of a Down. Historical impact high, present impact. They're still pretty relevant. Aesthetics, great. Stage design, great. Outfits, logos, merch, they're great overall. Themes, very clear. Lead guitar, great. They don't have a second guitar. Drummer, bassist, they're all incredible in terms of vibe and in terms of skill. They're very talented. So overall, they are excellent. Now, solos. Yeah, they have a couple solos that are memorable. I would give them like maybe a yellow here. But I mean, if we're talking about friggin' songwriting, they get a 10 out of 10. Riffs, melodies, chords. Then yours. My cock goes way down to the floor with the feeling so blown. Ooh, la da da. The cool little baby singing, sing a sing. Ooh, la da da. The cool little baby singing, sing. I hope that didn't break. It landed on my toe. I'm wearing a flip flop. That hurt really bad. Now let's talk through it. Recovered. Musicianship, 10 out of 10. Songs, brand, they're all good. Therefore, the controversy is going to be low about whether they're good. Because whether you like the songs and don't care about the other two, you think they're good. If you only care about these two and don't care about the songs, you still think they're good. So now, we get to go back to the big bad boy. Big bad wolf. Big bad Wolfenstein. Ich bin Volk. And Wolkenführer. I'm Jewish, I can say it, okay? That Kanye. Boy, that Kanye. I'm the 190 IQ Jew, okay? But boy, that Kanye. What's going on with him? Anyways, yes, you might be thinking, Connor, wait, does that mean like Eminem? Like, this looks like a good job for me, so everybody just follow me, because it's a little controversy, because it feels so empty without me. So, this, come on, let's F that. I think it ends up in this range, and then catchiness is up here. So Eminem is rock. What? How can rap be rock? Rap is just a lyrical style. It's not its own genre. But the production techniques are like electronic and indie. The production techniques doesn't matter. It's the energy level and it's the catchiness. That's what determines a genre. Why do you think Rage Against the Machine can be rap? And why do you think like Eminem songs can be played on rock radio? Because he's a white guy? No, but there's even black rap songs that can be played on rock radio, like NWA stuff, except some of that stuff is just not as catchy. That's the problem. But the catchier NWA stuff can also be like not as rocking rock songs, right? So where does System of a Flippin' Down go? Now let's look, what did I pick as my top 10 songs? If you disagree about your top 10 songs, then you're clearly going to have a slightly different list. But they're pretty consistent, so it doesn't really matter. They're still going to end up on the same place in the chart or about. Now, I said Sugar. Look at my throat, right, well, standing around all day. I believe you. I believe you. And then BYOB. So good. Wait, oh my god. Wake up! Robert's a little makeup. Why did they think it's on the table? Why did you? Why did they think it's on the table? Why did you? I don't think you trust in my self-righteous suicide. I cry. I don't deserve to lie. Wake up. And then toxicity in our city, out of the world, how do you own disorder, somewhere between the silent, sacred silence and sleep, somewhere, and then chop suey, and then aerials in the sky, and then I smack my bitch right up here in Hollywood. Prison song, Sweet Pea. And Jesus Christ. Everyone cried, everyone cried, everyone cried, everyone cried. Your philosophy, die for your philosophy, die for your philosophy. You die for your philosophy, die for your philosophy, die of philosophy, die. Oh my god, yeah. And then it's a violent pornography and choking chicks inside of me. Hey man, look out, it's on your TV. It's a violent pornography and choking chicks inside of me. Hey man, look out, it's on your TV. And then such a lonely day, and it's mine. It's the loneliest day of my life. And if I die, then I will die with you. And then, hey man, look at me rocking out. I'm on the radio. Hey man, look at me rocking out. I'm on the radio with Danny and Lisa. Take me away from the strangest places. Sweet Danny and Lisa. Bound 'em. Yeah! Hey man, look at me rocking out. I'm on the radio. Boom. Anyways, 9.5 on catchiness average. They're so freaking catchy. And then 8.9 on average energy. Some of those songs go up to 11. Spinal Tap reference. Anyways, don't fall over. Freaking bored. You don't kick me, I kick you, bored. Anyways, it's like, yo, man. It's like, what am I even doing, yo? It's like wicked, yo. Yo, it's like Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch, yo. 80-year-old reference. I'm only 22, so I gotta do that. Do that. Get to the bicep. If you're a Latina, hit me up. Anyways, now, 9. So if you go on energy, you end up in the metal range, and then you go over in rock range because you end up with So Catchy. Hence why System of a Down is one of the biggest rock bands, not just one of the biggest metal bands. Shocker! Metalhead's quaking. Yeah, the rest of metal music is not as catchy. It's not as good. But you're saying I will take energy and getting stuff like anything, most stuff that's like high energy rock and that would also could double as metal. You've heard all of it because there's not that much of it, and so you're like, okay, well I'm bored of it, and so it's no longer as powerful on me, and now I need to listen to something that I haven't heard as much that's still high energy because the novelty, the fact that it's new and I haven't heard it, will give me more energy, and so I can find a cheat code if I go over to the stuff that isn't, and some of these metalheads have no taste, and they go all the way over here, deathcore. Death metal. The vocals aren't, well, there's nothing wrong with the style of the screaming and things, but you have to do it in a way that's catchy still. I push my face into it's just the only thing that slowly stops the ache. But it's rainbow, the things I have to take. Jesus, it never ends. It works its way inside. If the pain goes on, I'm not yet. Oh my God. Doom, 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 doom. Slipknot, example. Anyways, System of a Down, though, they end up over there the whole time. So let me know. You agree? Do you disagree? What's up with that? What's up with that? What's wicka up with that? Yabba yabba. Yabba dabba dizzy yay. What you want to do? What you trying to play? Limp Biscuit in the house, y'all. Bring it back. Bring it back. Bring that beat back. Doom, 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 doom. Bring that beat back. Doom, 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 doom. What song is it? Music is playing the thing. Oh, that do. That's a Limp Bizkit song. I like Limp Bizkit, but they end up top 10 songs, average up here. They do. But most of this discography is like slop, Limp Slop Bizkit, sloppy biscuits. Hence why people go, oh, Limp Bizkit sucks. You're like, either because you don't like metal, you don't like that energy range from 8 to 11, or because, first off, you just heard people say that because it was culturally kitschy to say that, or because the non-hits are so much over here that it averages out to being in the bad range. So you tell me what it is. Hey, go ahead. Make my day. Tell me what videos in the comments below. Also, like, subscribe. Please like and subscribe. I'm going to do more of these. I'm going to do like 365. So I'm trying to do 365 of these. So tell me what bands you want to see. Tell me what's missing from the chart. Tell me what's happening. And is System of a Down rock or not? By the way, in the outro, that's my band, Black Licorice. If you like it, go check the description of the video. Anyways, bye. Like, comment, subscribe. Bye. Tell me what bands you want to see. Bye. Tell me where I'm wrong. Bye. Bye. I have trouble saying goodbye to people. Bye. This video is so long. It was bye. Let me save myself and you and so